Hello, good morning. Happy Saturday. Thanks so much for joining me for a Saturday special edition of my Saints and Angels Oracle deck readings. Um, wasn't feeling well yesterday, and so, yeah, I just had to take the time to myself to be in the process of healing, you know? What can we do when things don't sit with us correctly? You know, sometimes things like that happen, and I'm not going to get onto personal healing kicks and talking all about these different kind of things. But if you are interested in health and wellness, if you are suffering from chronic illness or just not feeling well, you want to feel your best, I do have tons of videos on my health journey. I've written blogs about it. I'll try to link some of them in the description on YouTube and BitChute so that if you're finding me there, you can easily find them. Maybe I'll add some this week into my Telegram channel as well, some old links for anybody who's interested. But it's an ongoing journey, not to say that I think if we are embodying and incarnated into this world of form and light and shadow and duality and everything, you know, we're going to be facing these kinds of different events. Nobody's just, you know, sparkly, perfect, never ever sick ever again, never doesn't feel 100%, you know. And I think it's very important that we don't put off a false air of that type of perfection, but instead understanding that we're all in a state, or we can all find a state of perfection by accepting where we're at and working towards feeling better. And that path through has lessons for us. It has quality and value that's very specific, very personal to whatever's made you sick or however it has accumulated and is presenting itself symptomatically with you. When we go into these things and use them as learning events, at least there's a gain, right, from it. Yeah, it's uncomfortable and not ever good to not feel good, you know, but I do think they have value, and I do think that, I mean, even though I rarely get sick, I can't remember the last time I was sick like this, like it was yesterday, like migraine, nausea, full out. It's been quite a while, you know, but it used to be I only had a couple of good days in a month, you know, and I could easily tell you the last time I was sick. I was always sick, you know. So needless to say, that's what happened yesterday. And sort of, if you do follow me every week and you're looking forward to them, I put some notes on Telegram just to keep people up to date and what was going on. But here we are now. So let's talk about the cards. Today's the final Friday for September. We're at September 27th today, 2025. Our theme has been the Hierophant all month. And what a month it has been to highlight tradition, you know, and to highlight these certain varieties of authority that are common and well known in cultural and everything. So the cards were so prevalent. I did like an in-between audio. I wanted to do a video on it, but things just weren't coming together correctly for me for a lot of the last week or week and a half. It's been fumbly kind of creative endeavors. And so I did a little bit of an audio talking about all of the other cards leading up to this card here we'll get for our final, our transition into October. I'm so excited to see what they'll have to say for this week. But I had found the cards this month so prevalent that I had done an audio on my Telegram channel. So if you are on Telegram, you use that platform, you can find me at A. Marie Speaks over there. Links in description if you're on YouTube or BitChute. And listen to those if you care to hear me. I'm not going to blab about them now. I think we should just get down to business and do a nice little meditation, become a gracious, good audience, and prepare to hear from the cards. So with that said, you get comfortable. It's not hypnosis, it's not long, so don't feel like you need to lie down, or if you're doing something else, that's okay. You can listen along and drive or do dishes or whatever. The point is to just become more conscious in your body and more present in your present moment right now. I am going to close my eyes and lead sort of through meditation for people who can and would like to do that. So if you're watching the video, it might be kind of awkward to sit here and watch me with my eyes closed, but that's what's going to happen. So if you can, get comfortable and sit down, close your eyes and relax, and we'll take a few nice breaths at our own pace, in our own place, and try to practice that flash of surrender that my dad will interrupt with his multi-line texting. I always know it's him when that happens. But as one of my favorite mentors, Adrian, says, like, you can practice this flash of surrender. Like you're dropping down into your favorite comfy chair or into your beautiful throne in your emerald palace at your heart center, if you're familiar with that idea. Or it could be your favorite place in the world, beautiful hill or beach perhaps. Get there, sit down, let it all go. Breathing into the moment, a sigh of relief or release. Let it be audible. Let it be known and felt however it needs to be for you right now. Dropping down into that peaceful place of the ever-present, present moment, where it's always now, it's always yes, it's always quiet and still. Allowing that welcome, quiet calm, purposeful presence to seep in. Breathing, conscious and slow. Allow your breath to become porous, like your whole body is a screen. See how the air flows in, not just through the nostrils, but through the chest, through the fingertips, through your back and stomach, through your knees and feet. Feel a space created, this type of visualization of breathing. Feel your fingertips and toes getting some fresh air. Feel like a window opening in your soul, the fresh breeze blowing through, moving, stirring energy. Papers flying, dust moving, eddies and swirls. Sweet smells, warm or cool air. A song perhaps rides in on that beautiful breeze, filling you up with all your favorite known comforts, all the most pleasant sensations surround you. And there you are in your comfortable favorite seat, arriving here now. Again, the present moment, like a threshold, waits for you to renew, to step through, to make it your own. You set the clock and the standards. You decide the parameters of what makes one moment into the next, one breath into the next. Let it be lively and full of appreciation and gratitude for just being you, for having the capacity of consciousness, of soul, of character, of heart, to sit here and do this great practice, to bring up for yourself these beautiful places, sensations, experiences, to meditate together, to open your heart to yourself, to this practice, to strangers and friends alike, here and now. Breathe into that great circle of life, of consciousness, the whole of the unit we're all a part of. See it like a golden thread encircling us all, connecting us like a beautiful net. It surrounds us, it entangles us, but never to our detriment, not to trip us up, to hold us, to catch us, to witness us, to move with us. Let's breathe in and visualize, really see and take in that beautiful ether netting, the organic matrices that holds us all here. So carefully and carelessly. It is organic and perfect. It is effortless, eternal, and always strong, true, secure, never breaking, always bending, shifting, and changing. Feel held in your beautiful space in the world, your dot on the coordinate plane that you have been bestowed with, where you are today, here and now. See it like a dot, this beautiful thread, this plane. Perhaps you can see other dots lighting up all around you, those of us here with you, thanking you, sending appreciation, love, acceptance, friendship, understanding, support. Breathe into that. Allow yourself to really take it in, to know it as true. Perhaps you'd like to bring your hands together in prayer or at your heart. Feel them more firmly in your lap. Or even, we could bring back an old favorite and rub our palms together. I've done this in a while. Feel the warmth created in your palms. Faster, as fast as you can for a moment. Bring them apart. Feeling that beautiful energy. Holding the whole world in your hands. Love, acceptance, truth, honesty, empowering strength and love, unconditional love. As you close those palms slowly, try to go as slow as you can, like how slow the ocean tide ebbs from high to low tide, or how slow the gradient of a sunset or a sunrise moves. The magnetic pull is there. You can feel a push and a pull if you allow it. There's magic in there. God's creator consciousness, presence of energy is there, calling you towards it, allowing you to make your way at your own speed as you bring your hands together through the void, through endless space. It could feel like even never ending. Will they meet or not? But they do eventually come together. Feel that sensation. With your eyes closed. It's a beautiful, simple action. It brings so many lessons, so many different experiences and sensations. System, input, and output. Mind, body, and spirit. As we prepare to open our eyes, I'll ring my bowl here. Celebratory jingles. Wonderful. I'll take out my deck now and we'll greet our beautiful saints and angels, our beloveds, all those in spirit, higher densities, frequencies, God, Source, Mother Earth, our ancestors, ascended masters, gurus, elementals and fairies. I know I'm out of order in my typical, my habitual, but it's good to break the mold. It's good to switch it up. We thank you all for your ever-presence, for your beautiful witnessing. We feel your energy. We thank you for your love and light. And we ask if you could offer us through these wonderful cards one message for an anchoring or guiding light for our week here of September 27th, 2025. Transitioning through October under our theme of the Hierophant. If you could give us a message individually and collectively, we thank you. Thank you, thank you. Shuffle them up. I think I'm going to do a knock and a cut today. Practice makes perfect. This one we haven't seen in a little while. I love this card. It's beautiful. The coloration is very beautiful. I like the tower behind it. I don't think I've really noticed that before, but it just caught my eye. It made me think of the own inner tower energetic systems, and I brought that up about the heart center in our meditation today too. If you're not familiar with I'll do my own little plug here. I have a bunch of different mini-series and little meditational introductions and different workings, alchemic workings for a tower within us that sort of matches up with the chakras, but also does a little bit of different imagination work to bring in personalities and concepts and qualities into each of the centers to really build them into place and space inside of you, and do exploration in there and do balancing work, energizing work, shadow work, different personal discovery kind of work if you're into that. You can check my channel in the playlists. Both my new and old channel both have a couple of different dedicated playlists, I believe, to meditations and perhaps even to the energetic tower on my old channel. I know my new channel does have meditation playlists, and they're on there. So if you're interested, that's my plug. They're free, you know. I don't know if I offer everything free, so there might be annoying ads if you find it on YouTube. Generally, there isn't ads on BitChute. Well, maybe there is now, since they did the new BitChute. That's been happening. But I'll give you free MP3s. If you ever want them, you can always send me an email and I'll send you the file for free. Then you don't have to worry about the hassle of internet connection or interruptions. But let's read from the book here, from Practice Makes Perfect, and hear what our message here at the end of the month is. 67. Practice, practice, practice. That's the message your guardian angel has for you. The way for you to achieve what you're asking about is to practice your craft regularly. Your guardian angel will help you carve out time in your schedule to allow for regular work. This is a positive message for you to spend more time doing what you love. Practicing a new skill helps you become more proficient and confident, which positively affects other areas in your life too. So true. It's so funny how different things, like even a yoga practice that I've been doing for a little over a decade now, I have learned so many different dynamic, usable lessons and skills that I never thought would be, connected to translate out off the yoga mat, off of exercise and health and wellness, and it's amazing, So just to speak my own truth there. This can also be a message for you to start up a private practice as a healer. Yet, in the same way, you must work at your healing skills to ensure that you're honed to the highest degree. Hence the reason I was probably sick yesterday. A Course in Miracles is so amazing with this. It really teaches about those of us called to heal are really those of us who need the most healing in their own ways. That's how you become a good healer, is through crises events, is through facing obstacles, is through being unwell or uncomfortable, or working through trauma in some kind of way, or different things like that. So it seems like duh, obviously, but also it's so much deeper than that, because we kind of think, oh, one and done, and then you become this sort of professor, just like you get a master's degree, the graduation day, and all of a sudden you have the degree and you are. But it's a lifetime of learning still. It really is. And if you cut yourself off there and all of a sudden you stop learning, even say for a quote-unquote doctor, you're going to get left in the dust. You're going to miss all the new things, all the new developments, and all the new happenings if you just stop learning. Same thing if you get a doctorate and you're a mathematician, or you're a doctorate in any field. It's always changing and shifting. Things, that's supposed to be what science is about, right? Because our world is always changing, and if we don't stay fluid and flexible with the things that new things that come up, you get stagnant, you get lost behind in the dust, or in shadows, or you end up having to perform or work at this pigeonholed capacity in some kind of sterile or laboratory environment that's super disconnected from reality. It's like, and then what good are we doing that? But anyways, just to finish up here, I don't want to leave it as not reading the end, but it just ends with practice makes perfect is the age-old adage, but you don't need to perfect your skills, you just need to practice them. And I think that is, I really didn't want to forget to read that, because it's so important. This sort of dualistic language of perfection and to be perfect and to perfect things, if we understand, and I've talked about this so many different times, but to get out of the superficial definition of what perfect really means and to find our own way to that, to understand that perfection is unique in itself. It's the best productivity, or the best case scenario, or the best processes being worked out is what perfection really is. It's the highest good. It's that of all the potentials, the best one, So yeah. Here's to working towards it. Here's to bringing in October with some good practice points and to aligning with those things that you love to do. And also, I'll say, just to tie in a bit of our traditional sense for our overarching theme for the month as we pull into our new month. Next week we'll have a new theme, right? But to bring the Hierophant, to bring tradition into this, I think is amazing, because even those things that we do habitually, ritualistically, come to week after week or day after day even, those are still, we can still enliven those with newness and not find them redundant, not do them on autopilot mindlessly. Just be like, oh, we're going to practice this again, we're going to do this again. It can get like that. But if we bring in the present moment, if you really say, okay, how am I feeling while I'm doing this? Let me feel the sensory input. Let me, like we just practiced with the meditation, feeling the air around you. Every day changes. You're different. The season's different. The lighting's different. There's a different smell. There's a different walk up to that moment. I practice this a lot. Brushing my teeth is a great example that I talk to a lot of people about. It's one of my favorite things to kind of give as a redundant example. Something we do multiple times a day, and something that can be very much, I can get into, just get it done and like jam it around and do it super fast and just to get it done. But I'll catch myself while I'm doing that, or sometimes I'll hurt myself for something. You bump into your teeth or something, you're digging into your gums too hard. You're like, whoa, what am I doing? Slow it down, feel the moment, take some breaths. Time it with the breath instead of timing it with the watch. Even though I don't have a clock in my bathroom, I'm not like watching, making sure I brush my teeth. But this inorganic sense of clock ticking versus your organic breath to lead how you're moving through the moment, feeling the water, feeling your teeth. If we bring that qualia of mind, body, and spirit layering of what each boss is doing, how each system is interacting at that very moment, for its balanced sense today, we can assess where they are each at today. Like they all change, and they're all, because each one changes every day, the balancing, the homeostasis points, between the centers all change every day, between mind, body, and spirit, between your light and your shadow. It's so it can never be boring or redundant. It's never the same. Just like that, I love the saying, the same man never steps into the same river twice. It's so true. And if we bring these things into the traditional sense, and if you bring them into your practices, spiritual practices, fun practices, business practices, whatever the case, every space in between, that's how we honor the present moment. That's how we really let go of past, and we don't get strung up with future projections, because neither of those actually exist. Neither of those really are real. This world is not real in itself, but we could cast better projections for the present moment here and enjoy in the light and see better and be more honest and embody the present moment and enjoy our days and our moments way better, and in fact make better systems and have better symptomatic repercussions happen out in the world, better scenarios, better conversations and relationships, build better world. If we saw a better world, if we allowed ourselves to see actually what's happening in front of us right now, actually see our world in light, in our light, instead of casting out with shadows and problems from the past clouding things, and things from the future then getting tied into that, and it all sort of trying to lay a house of cards domino. Don't breathe on it, don't look the wrong way at this moment, because it'll all fall apart if we don't just do it just right. Where's the fun in that? Where's the freedom in that? It's not there. So trying to allow that to happen, trying to breathe on things. And if it falls, but we can rebuild, we can make anew. We'll find out the foundational fundamentals that didn't fall when things actually do fall. When we allow things to actually be looked at and bumped into, and you allow people to give it a poke, or, even allow yourself to smile and laugh, even allow yourself to feel a good feeling. Sometimes it's not just those kind of worried things. We don't allow ourselves to feel joy. We don't allow ourselves to be fully present and really love people or really enjoy somebody because we're holding them. I don't even know who's calling me right now. I'm not going to answer. Nobody calls me, and anyone who does call me is a known number, so I'm not going to answer that. Weird interruptions, but anyway, he's probably telling me to wrap it up, right? It's been a half an hour. This is super long. This is longer than I like to make these in the morning, but Yeah. And then my screensaver goes. So yeah. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Thank you for your contribution to our collective. I say that so much, but I don't mean it redundantly. It's not a catchphrase. It's not a hashtag. I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart. I thank people for witnessing mine, for my contributions and my service, and for being a part of that exchange, even though we're not in the same room. It's on internet land, whenever and wherever you view this. Thank you for your presence and your energy. Thank you so much for witnessing mine, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.